Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Inside the Box with CJT Creations. This is episode 7, and we keep getting better and better each week. Last week was such a great episode. I want to say thank you again to Shelby for coming on our episode and doing our Valentine's Day special. We will definitely bring her back on. You guys seem to love her, so we will definitely do that. So we were kind of just piggybacking kind of on from last week, continuation, whatever. I want to talk about what my Valentine's Day experience has been, because I didn't really get to talk too much about mine last week. So I am a person who believes in Valentine's Day and who is kind of like really big in Valentine's Day. Not like super big, but I would say I'm definitely like a person who's pro Valentine's Day and someone who thinks it's a cool day to do something special and then kind of just have fun. Whether or not it's like, you care enough for the politics or, you don't really care, but like something small. Like I feel like if anything, someone should, if you're talking to somebody or you are thinking about someone, they should get something small or, big, depending on, where you're at in, relationship with that person. Like you should do something for them, and I don't think it has to be anything, huge, but like something sentimental, something that, just saying I was thinking about you. And I think that's something that's super key for you to do. Especially like a new relationship, because I think, you got to build upon like a lot of small things to, to build a better, bigger future. You can say, I guess that's like a way you can say that. And so I'm a big fan of that. And so I haven't experienced like too many crazy Valentine's Day. I haven't went all out, but I do like little small things, like things that someone likes, like little snacks, a little chocolate, little candies that they like, whatever, just to kind of show you the thinking of them, just something to show effort. And I think that's the biggest thing, is putting effort into someone or into a thing. And that's all we really need to do, is just show effort. And I think that's what I feel like Valentine's Day is kind of like an effort type holiday, or quote unquote holiday. And I remember one Valentine's Day, me and this person, we matched shirts, so we both like wear red shirts to school, and we are like do small little things like cute, of course in class, and then we hung out after school and stuff like that, and it was just like a little cool day. I can't remember what I did. I don't remember really what I did actually. I just remember it ended in a kiss at the end of the day. And I was like, oh, sweet. Boom, bow. But, yeah, I mean, it was a really cool Valentine's Day. I haven't really done anything crazy in the last couple of years for Valentine's Day. So, who knows? Next year, Valentine's Day might be different. We'll see. But I am very pro Valentine's Day. And I think, I don't think it's a waste. Honestly, I think, it's a point for it. It's I think there's value for sure in Valentine's Day you can find. So okay, so this past week we had the Oscars, and we had some pretty cool movies kind of get represented, and a lot of people were able to share the Oscar stage and deliver cool messages. Parasite took home, a lot of awards. I want to say 4 Oscars, if I'm not mistaken. But Best Foreign Picture and also Best Movie, or Best Picture overall as well. I want to say maybe Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Director. They definitely cleaned house. So this got me thinking, since, Oscars and just came, and then, you still got award seasons going. Now it's time for the path of next year. We got to figure out how can we get on that Oscar stage next year? So I got a couple movie ideas I want to run by you guys, and I want you guys to tell me. I want you to tell me what you think about these ideas. And I'm just going to run through a couple. Maybe I might just do two. And then you guys hit me up and tell me, what do you guys really think? And excuse me for the sniffles. I think I'm starting to get sick again, which is not fun, but we're going to get through it. We're going to brave it through this. Okay. So I am a guy who can enjoy a rom-com here and there. So what if you meet your soulmate before the time that you were supposed to meet them? So in movies, typically, you have this perfect timing aspect. This, oh my God, I was there at the right place at the right time. And next thing you know, because this just happened with her and I was just waiting around. It was perfect. And then we just, met and sparks flew and happy ever after, right? But because you met this person at the wrong time that you wasn't supposed to, so things quite didn't align the way they originally they're meant to be, how will that affect yours compatibility, your chemistry? Would you still fall in love and live happily ever after? Or will you have to work harder to get that? Or will you not even want to work because of other situations? It could be a lot of different obstacles that could be into place, whether one person's already in a relationship. So are you going to try to tough out their, whatever relationship they're in, if it has an expiration date? Or do you work to actively, I guess you could say you work to, what's the right word I want to say? To destroy their relationship in order for your relationship to blossom, And I think that'd be a really cool idea. Maybe you have, you see the initial spark in the beginning, like, whoa, I know you're special, but something just feels off. Or it can kind of be like one of those stories where it kind of keeps going. So from the beginning, you have this perfect alignment of each other's, I don't want to say chakra, that's not the right word I want to say, but everything just aligns perfectly together. And wow, this is great. And just when you're about to take that next initial step of proposing, say you want to propose, and then next you go into this loop of meeting your soulmate, but in a different time because you already know about her past. So you go back to when maybe she was dating one of her abusive or her exes that she was dating, and then you have to figure out how do you handle the situation. Do you still go for her or not? So then, boom, then whatever happens, say you fail this time, then now you go back to from the beginning when you have that first meeting, and then it's like, oh, now this time, what if you, let's see, what if you even end up after? What if he becomes a different person at the end? But it's after yours relationship. So you find out at the end that maybe your relationship has an expiration date at the very end. That could be something that could definitely end up on some Oscar screens. But tell me what you guys think. It's still a very raw idea, but that's the first one. Let me see if I can find another one. See, I have some interesting ideas that are still in the seed process, but I don't want to just give away all my good stuff from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Huh. Okay. So what if you have two college roommates, right? And they have the worst living situation. Everything started off on great terms. They loved each other. But then things just started going awry. This incident happens, and to where each other are just getting to the very end, and then they had enough. They get pushed so far, they both roommates separately start plotting ways to murder their roommates. And each other it's almost kind of like a Home Alone feel. Not even Home Alone, but like that aspects of trying to. Home Alone's not even right. Anyways, both are having multiple attempts at trying to murder each other at the end. How do I say this? Both are taking turns trying to murder each other. And they're doing so many crazy things, from trying to cook dinner but poison one's food, to faulty wiring with the washer machine or different appliances, trying to just do stuff to the house that that one roommate uses that part of the house a lot, and then just, really takes advantage of that part and kind of fucks them up. And this will definitely be more of I would say it has to be more of a comedy, a hokey comedy in a sense, because I don't want this to be too serious, but like it'll be a laugh with just the things they're going to do. And then at the end, of course, they are going to come together when they realize, okay, let me backtrack. So they come together at the end after, when they're just like, you know what, I'm so tired of trying to kill you. It's like, what? You were trying to kill me? That is insane, because I was trying to kill you. And they were just having a good laugh on the couch, and they're just like, oh, let me get you a drink. And then so they both cheers a drink, and then they realize they both poisoned each other's drinks earlier, and they both both killed themselves after just saying like, hey, let be bygones. But at the end, they actually get what they both wanted, and they both die at the end. Happy ending. Well, I wouldn't say happy ending, but ending for that. So definitely let me know if you like these pitch ideas, because we are going to make it to the Oscars one day, and let that one day be 2021. So let's get this ideas off the ground, and let's get someone to help us pitch these ideas. So let me know what you guys think. My social medias, hit me up on Instagram, CJT Creations, and let me know. My music of the week. Music of the week. Music of the week. So, music that I've been listening to this past week. I think recently, Mr. Russ and Mr. Lil Wayne both released projects on January 31st. So that's about a couple weeks ago now. And I've been, taking my time listening to them. And to be quite honest with you, I wasn't the biggest fan of Lil Wayne's Project Funeral. I did appreciate some songs that he put out on the project. It was a very long project, which already kind of put me off. It was about 24 songs, but I did listen to the whole thing. I was grinding in 2K, so you just put that bad boy in the background, of course, and listen to it. He was rapping. There was some songs that I kind of like. I probably might put it to my playlist later on, but it wasn't my favorite Lil Wayne project. And I'm not going to try to disrespect Lil Wayne at all, because I've been a big Lil Wayne fan. I would say a big Lil Wayne fan, but I was definitely, when Lil Wayne was hot, I was on Lil Wayne. I was bumping his music. Definitely in his later career, I haven't been the biggest fan, and I'm not the biggest fan of his newer music. His sound is just not what I like right now. So it wasn't the music wasn't my favorite from him. But on the other hand, Russ, Shake the Snow Globe, his album that he just released, which I believe is his third solo album, and I really liked his music. I need to listen to it even more because music. I feel like each time you go through an album, it just keeps getting better, and especially because of what you're going through, during that moment. Like, because I think this album he raps a lot more. He has a good balance of like, singing and having some like really melodic, vibes, but he's definitely rapping some more. I love his features with Rick Ross, Boogus, which I really like. I think that song's called Asshole. Really good vibe. That's a mood all 2020. Of course, he got The Nighttime. He got Civil War that's on there, I believe. Best on Earth with some pretty cool songs. I just like his vibe. I'm a big Russ fan. Ever since I think I literally started listening to Russ maybe a week before his debut project came out. There Really Is a Wolf. My boys put me on, and they was like, "Yeah, man, you gotta listen to Russ. Russ got an album coming out." I was like, "Who's Russ? I never heard of this guy." And so I listened to his album. I was like, "Wow!" Like his first album was like, I can listen to his album still today, and every single song, like, know every word to each song from like top to bottom, even like the lull songs, but it's just like, I know, like the album just flows perfect and I love it. And I didn't realize I heard his song before on the radio, What They Want. So I was like, wow, okay, so he definitely has some radio play and I just never heard of him. And so I was like, okay, cool. So then I was like, I became a fan because I looked at like how much music he put out, looked more into him, and just learned so much from him. And I just like his sound. I like his vibe. Like he literally puts out music that is like, I don't know, his music just perfectly fits my vibe and who I am. Like I like when people can rap and, spit some, meaningful bars, but also like memorable bars. But then at the same time, I'm a person who loves to sing. I love a catchy hook. I love something that's just gonna grab me, especially if the beat if the beat matches with the hook like perfectly, like that's what, that's the type of music that grabs my attention. That's the type of music that I fall in love with easily, like completely. So definitely, I would definitely give that a look. That's going to be the song of the week. Okay, not the song. Let's see. What song? I would say Nighttime. Nighttime Interlude is definitely probably the song that I'm bumping the most. I think it was his first single off the album. An Asshole with featuring Boogus, who's one of his best friends, part of Diamond. And so it's crazy. It's a really good album. It was a good project. Definitely go check that out. And yeah. Now I have a mini story that I want to share. I don't know if it's really a story, but it's just something that happened. And I really I just want to take you guys through my mindset and how I think and how I operate. I either read this or heard this from somebody or both. And it said, okay, no. Let me restart. I believe it was on this quiz thing on Snapchat where it said, you choose like different circles and you said, excuse me. And it's like this weird thing where it's like, where they choose big circle, small circle, big, medium, or small circle. Then you choose whether you picture yourself inside the circle, outside the circle, where in part of the circle, whatever. And apparently then it will tell you about yourself. And then I believe I chose big circle and I saw myself in the middle. And the results said that you are very, you have a good group of friends and you have a lot of people who've been great in your life and has been influential to you. And that the person that you will fall in love with and be with is someone that's been already in your life. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So then I'm like, trying to brush that off. And then next thing you know, I start to think, and then this is my mind just goes wild. Oh, wait, someone who's already in my life? That's interesting. Who could that be? Already in my life. So then I'm just like running down like people that I've interacted. I'm like, maybe it'd be this person. Or maybe, it'd be cool if it was this person, And then oh my goodness, then it just kind of goes, then my mind just goes crazy. And I'm just like, wow, like, who could this, like, I'm thinking of these different fantasy, like, ideas of who could it possibly be. Like, oh, what would this great story be with me and this person? And I'm like, okay, so this is like right now we're far apart. We haven't really talked to each other in a couple of months, but that's okay. What if, I'm out and about, run into this person? Oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh, it has been so long. Wow, how have you been? I've been good. That's good. I've been good as well. You look amazing. I'm like, thanks. I mean, I know, but I'm like, no, but you look truly amazing. He's like, wow, we should go grab some food. I'm like, I would love that. And then we go to dinner and we, chop it up, and me being the hilarious guy that I am. So funny, putting on my funny cap, my comedian cap, but then also weighing the balance of being caring and sensitive, but also like not too soft, you know what I mean? Like that perfect chocolate chip cookie with a little bit of a crust on the outside that's like not crunchy, but firm and keeps the cookie together, but mushy and moist and soft in the middle. That's kind of how I picture myself, which I mean, who doesn't love that kind of cookie? And we chop it up and say, wow, that was really great. And then we start snapping, get a snap streak going. Next thing you know, our snap streak is at 300. We going out constantly. And then, maybe, I make the move to like, hey, you know what? Why don't we go be more than just friends? And then she's like, wow, I never thought that you pictured me more than a friend. And then like, I never thought about it either. But now like, I'm kind of liking the idea. And now we go out on dates for real. And we're like, wow, this is kind of nice. I mean, I love his personality. He's hilarious. Why not date this guy? And the next thing you know, we keep dating. And it's 2 years down the road. And I am, oh my God, I don't want to say how old I would be. But I'll be older, more successful in my field. And I'm like, you know what? This girl was special. I can't see myself with any other girl. And I want to wife up this one girl. And then I propose to her. We get married. We wait a couple years because we want to be married for 3 years before we decide anything else. If we want to expand our family, whether if we want to get a dog first. We'll get 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 4 dogs, who knows? Then we move in together. Of course we're going to move in once we get married. Do we buy a house right away? Do we rent a while? Do we make sure we take care of each other's school bills? Make sure that, we are in a good place financially before anything crazy happens. Then next thing you know, we've been married for 5 years. And then we decide, I think it's time to expand our family. And we expand our family. We have our first child. And then next thing you know, we have our second child, and our third child, our fourth child, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th child. And then we was like, yo, we can't have another one. But I love my wife so freaking much that I just can't keep my hands off of her. And next, we have twins to round it out, and then I get a vasectomy because we're like, we can't keep doing this. We can't feed all these mouths. But then I have a little bit of a football team plus an extra, And we have a happy life. And I think, it'd be awesome. Or I could realistically, what happened is run into someone. Oh, hey, How have you been? Oh, you're good. Oh, cool. Maybe you hang out with them one time. Oh, this is fun. Yeah. And because life goes on and people's lives and schedules are different, you just go apart. You grow apart. You never see them again because they got a new job somewhere across the country. They met someone else and started a life there. Or they just not that into you. So then there's the realistic thing that could happen. So my mind just goes crazy with just this one little test that I took. And yeah, it's fun to romanticize about who could be your quote unquote soulmate, the perfect match. But realistically, you never really know what could happen in the future. And I think you should just be open and accepting to your future and to possibilities that you've never thought about. Because life will truly surprise you with things, outcomes, opportunities, and just blessings. And I think I'm going to leave off on this really cool quote that I saw that really, I would say this quote really affected me this week. And man, like, I don't know, it was just like, it was really profound. I won't say profound, but it's not even a quote, but it says that people who always expect bad things to happen, bad things will happen. So people who say, oh, another bad thing's happening because you're expecting another bad thing to happen. Well, people who always expect good things to happen, good things will happen to them. And people who are, concentrate their energy to thinking opportunities will come to you and, think about opportunities, good opportunities will come to you because you put your energy into that. So always be open to new and good opportunities. Don't expect bad things to happen to you all the time. Don't just say, just because bad things have happened to you before, don't think that's always what's going to happen to you. Concentrate your energy on new opportunities. If you seek new opportunities in your life, focus your energy on positive vibes, good vibrations, good anything. And that's what you'll sow from that. There's too many people who are negative about everything. And I get that, life can be negative a lot of the time, but you can't always think negatively. Find the positive out of all the situations. Because if you really think about your life, you'll realize that there's a lot of positives in your life. And you should always focus on the positive. But I'll leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in and, supporting me. I really appreciate it. We're 7 deep. We're 3 more to 10, and there were 90 more to 100. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep putting my all into this. I will be reaching out to more people to bring in on as guests because you guys seem to like that format a lot more. And I will bring on more guests. I will definitely bring Shelby back. New people that, we could have really cool discussions with. And I would keep evolving, keep growing, and I'm going to keep being positive for you guys. But until then, keep it creative.